Paceman is the 7th car in the Mini range. It's a 3-door coupe-styled soft-roader, the looks of a 4x4 and with a high driving position, and is designed with a sloping roof just like the highly successful Range Rover Evoque. A coupe with the practicality of a hatchback up front. There is plenty of space, but sadly the rear is not as spacious. Even though the rear of the Paceman comes with 2 individual seats, legroom is at a premium. Only children will comfortably fit in the rear behind a driver and passenger of average size. The Mini Paceman has a 2-section version of the Mini center rail storage system borrowed from the Countryman between the seats as standard, while a full-length version can be ordered as an option. With seats in place there is a load space of 330 liters, and when the rear seats are folded this increases to a maximum carrying capacity of 1080 liters. Quick responsive handling. Whether you like the term or not, Mini is famous for its go-kart handling with direct steering that responds immediately you turn the wheel. The Paceman is no different, and through the twisty stuff the Mini Paceman is a lot of fun. Mini has offered buyers the choice of 2 suspensions. You can opt for the normal suspension or the sports suspension as standard, meaning you will have nothing extra to pay. It's great to see Mini catering for both customers wanting comfort or a more sporty drive. The best engine for enthusiasts is the 1.6-liter petrol engine under the bonnet of the coupe, whereas those wanting fun and decent fuel economy should opt for the 112 bhp 1.6-liter unit in the Mini Cooper D. 4 engine options. 4 engines will be available from launch, a pair of petrol-powered units and a pair of diesel ones too. The entry-level engine is the 1.6-liter 122 bhp petrol and will get from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 10.4 seconds. It's reasonably frugal too, averaging a claimed 47.1 miles per gallon on a combined cycle, while CO2 emissions are 140 gkm. The same engine is also available in Paceman S. It is tuned to deliver 184 bhp and propelling the car to 62 miles per hour in 7.5 seconds, and it will reach a top speed of 135 miles per hour. For lower running costs you could always opt for one of the 2 diesel engines on offer. There's an 112 bhp 1.6-liter unit will complete the benchmark sprint in 10.8 seconds, but it is the economy that is the highlight when talking about this power plant. It has a claimed average figure of 64.2 miles per gallon, while it is the most environmentally friendly engine on the range with CO2 emissions of 115 gkm. 4-wheel drive available. Those looking for extra grip will be pleased to note that Mini's all-4 4-wheel drive system will be available on Paceman Cooper D, SD and S models. Mini Paceman review to see why it is so good to drive. 4 engines will be available from launch, including 2 pair of petrol-powered units and a pair of diesels. Petrol engines. The entry-level petrol is the 1.6-liter with an output of 122 bhp. It will get from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 10.4 seconds, while it has a top speed of 119 miles per hour. The same engine is also available in Paceman Cooper S, although this is tuned to deliver 184 bhp. The benchmark sprint can be completed in 7.5 seconds, and this version can go on to 135 miles per hour. Diesel choice. If it's a diesel-powered car you're after, then Mini offers a choice of 2 on the Paceman range. The 112 bhp 1.6-liter unit in the Mini Cooper D will get from a standing start to 62 miles per hour 10.8 seconds and has a top speed of 116 miles per hour. The more powerful 143 bhp 2.0-liter engine in the Mini Cooper SD will propel the car to 62 miles per hour from 0 in 9.2 seconds and has a top speed of 124 miles per hour. Extra grip will be available on Paceman Cooper D, SD and S models when you buy these versions as an all-4 4-wheel drive model. The Mini Paceman may look slightly bigger than the hatch, but it is still quite a lot of fun when you are driving it enthusiastically. As standard it comes with a lowered sports suspension, although the regular suspension and ride height are available as a no-cost option. Our advice is, if you enjoy your driving, then stick to the sports suspension. Even though the Paceman is larger than the hatch, it doesn't disappoint. It still has the legendary go-kart handling, Mini's hallmark. The Paceman is agile through the corners when driving enthusiastically, and the weighting on the steering is extremely good. The all-4 four-wheel drive model gives the driver that extra bit of grip, especially useful in slippery conditions. The system offers a 5050 split of power between the front and back wheels, but it can transfer all the power to one end if the road conditions change and the system detects slippage. All this is done automatically. There's no 4x4 button to press. The biggest complaint is the cumbersome handbrake. It is U-shaped, making it difficult to use. A simple bar would be much better. Jump inside the Paceman, and if you are familiar with many models, then you feel right at home. The layout is the same as the hatchback, coupe, convertible, roadster, countryman and clubman models. The rev counter sits in front of the driver while the sat-nav is in the center between driver and passenger, with the speedometer running along the outside of the dial. It's this break from the norm that makes the Mini range so sought after. The buttons for the windows have been moved to the door panel, making it easier to open and shut the front side windows. Mini Paceman comfort levels are adequate. Road, tire and wind noise are relatively well suppressed for a car of this size thanks to a well-insulated cabin. The engine can be vocal, especially when you have flicked the driving mode to sport. The pops and bangs from the exhaust are a little cheeky, but they also add more fun to the drive. The ride is a little hard, but this is a Mini after all, and driving enjoyment always comes first. That's the way it should be. The driving position could be a tad lower, but if you are in and around town, then the high seating position will be welcome. Mini Paceman equipment levels vary depending on whatever trim level you choose. The model line is Cooper, Cooper D, Cooper D All-4, Cooper S, Cooper S All-4, Cooper SD and Cooper SD All-4. The Paceman comes with an array of standard equipment including air conditioning, sports seats for driver and front passenger, center rail and radiated with aux socket. The Paceman comes with a two-section version of the Mini center rail storage and attachment system. This was first seen in the Countryman. A full-length variant is available as an option. Safety driving aids. Driver aids on the Mini Paceman include Dynamic Stability Control DSC as standard across the range, with Dynamic Traction Control DTC, including Electronic Differential Lock Control EDLC on the Mini Cooper S Paceman, Cooper SD Paceman and Cooper D Paceman All-4. Mini Paceman accessories. The range of options includes a sports leather steering wheel standard in the Mini Cooper S Paceman and Mini Cooper SD Paceman, with optional multifunction buttons and cruise control, heated seats, an electrically operated glass roof, xenon headlights, adaptive headlights and park distance control. Mini Paceman customers can also make use of the Mini connected onboard functions such as web radio, Facebook and Twitter usage, dynamic music, driving excitement, mission control and the minimalism analyzer. 8 exterior paint shades are also available, including the new copper and blazing red. Mini personalization is expected to be very popular, and there is an extensive choice of bonnet stripes, upholstery variants, interior surfaces and color lines to suit all tastes. Mini also offers the option of the Sport button, which sharpens up throttle and steering responses for a crisper driving experience. Mini Paceman safety levels should be good, considering that it is based on its sibling, the Countryman, achieved 5 stars from Euro NCAP when tested. Standard safety equipment includes front and side airbags, while the side curtain airbags are fitted in both the front and back. ICE-FIX child seat attachments in the rear and a tire pressure warning are also on every Paceman. There is also a heap of active safety kit including stability control and traction control, as well as the option of 4-wheel drive on the all-4 models for those wanting more grip. On a practical level, the Mini Paceman is quite good. While it is a 4-seater and space up front is very good for adults, the rear seats should be used for the children. Legroom for adults is at a premium even if they are sitting behind a driver and front seat passenger of average height. The Mini Paceman has a maximum carrying capacity of 330 liters. The 2 rear seat backrests can be folded down individually, increasing the load space to a useful 1080 liters.